Shush, huh? So it's with great pleasure that I see you all this morning, and I want to commend you for getting up on a cold December morning early and getting here. We couldn't drive the farthest. I think we have somebody from Lansing. Anybody want to beat Lansing, or that's about the farthest we've gone? But it's a hard start, and I'm glad you all came out, and we're very excited to hear from Len Middleton, who's a good friend of mine, and we'll be up in a few minutes. Normally when we start these events, I like to have some people who are doing interesting things or are new to Leaders Connect to come up and just talk a little bit about what they're doing to keep you informed of what's going on in the community and the state, about interesting things happening. And we also have every month a non-for-profit that is we're dedicating the event to. And in that case, we don't charge for the event. We have sponsors from the bank, United Bank. It's now Old National. I'm sorry, I can't forget the name. Old National, and Zingerman's is one of our sponsors, and Roger Rail, who's on the camera in the back, is another one of the sponsors. And these companies make this happen for free, but we do pass the hat for non-for-profits. So Katie, where's Katie Doyle? Katie, she's with an organization that's pretty dear to my heart, which is Ozone House, and I'm a psychologist, a child psychologist by training, so maybe you could tell us what Ozone House is and what you guys are needing this year.
Sure. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, everybody. Good morning. So in our community, when young people are on the streets or hopping from couch to couch or in serious danger at home, there's really only one place for them to call to get some help, and that's Ozone House. We've been here since 1969, answering calls 24 hours a day to help young people who are in serious crisis or who are homeless. And so we answer the calls 24 hours a day, but that's not all that we do. We also have some shelter and housing opportunities. So Rob emailed me yesterday and asked if I would make a pitch, and it was perfect timing because yesterday I signed a $3,800 check for a young woman who we met last summer. She was living in a park. She had been petitioned by a man who invited her to his house, said she could stay with him as long as she exchanged sex for staying in his apartment. So luckily we found her. We have some young people that were out on the streets introducing other young people in need to our services. We found her. She moved into our transitional living home and has been there since last summer, and yesterday was moving out into her own apartment. She has a full-time job, so she's paying her own rent, and while with us saved $3,800. So I was very pleased that Rob caught me at such a good time to tell you such a great story about the work that we do. He's also offered me an opportunity to pass around some information. It's winter time and cold, and so we typically put together a wish list of things that young people need, and so we'll be passing that around. But what we actually need more is for you to go back to work or go home and tell folks that last year there were 1,300 young people who are homeless in Washtenaw County alone, and Ozone House is here to help them. So if you know a young person who is in need, or if you are inspired by the need to help young people, we are here for you 24 hours a day. So thank you so much, Rob.
Just to ask you a question, there's also a lot of people interested in board and volunteer opportunities. Could you speak to that?
Yeah, I can, and I can't speak as well as Mike Cole, who's over there from the Bank of Ann Arbor, who's our vice president. But we are always looking for folks who are interested in serving on a board. I'm happy to talk with you about what that would mean. I don't think that the commitment is too strong, but once we get you, we like to keep you and use every skill that you have. But the other thing that might be interesting to a group like this is we have a job training program and then a paid internship program for young people who are getting their first jobs. And so we always need help doing mock interviews of young folks, helping them with their resumes, and also providing an internship at a local company. So if you have an interest in helping a young person build their skills and get their first job, then that would be something I'd love to talk with you about.
Great.
Thanks, Rob.
Where are you guys located now?
Great question. Rob is here for me. Thank you. I haven't had coffee yet. So we have 3 locations, 2 in Ann Arbor and 1 in Ypsilanti. So our Ypsilanti site is a drop-in after school. We serve a meal that Food Gatherers prepares, and then we are on Washtenaw, about a half a block from the Painted Rock.
Okay, great. That's the one I visited. Yeah. So it's a great place, lots of energy. And thank you. and lots of people have been served by you, and also a lot of people have got training from you. So,
Thank you.
So the other thing we're going to do is, we've got some people here who are running interesting things. I'm just going to tell you about it, and also a couple of people who maybe are looking for opportunities, and I want to give them a chance to introduce themselves, because I know there's a little bit of hiring starting to finally happen in the community, so that's exciting. It looks like we're also at full capacity today, so squeeze in, be sure that you got, if there's any spots available, raise your hand, or maybe one. You got an extra kid there. It looks like you got an empty seat. Yeah. Okay. And if there's one back there, so come on in, everybody. Charlie, you should find a seat. So I don't know if any of you ever have the problem that there's nobody around to do repairs for your aging houses, or you need an addition built. But I've known Jeff Brown for the last few years, and just last month we had his crew come out to our house, and he made me very happy because my wife was very happy, and that was good. So thanks, Jeff. But maybe you can tell us about Dexter Builders.
Jeff. At times I feel like we're a nonprofit too. I got an envelope. I'm going to start over here and pass it around. We started as 1 or 2 guys, and now we have 40 and 25 trucks. So we're all over town. And, we'll do anything from hang a screen door to build you a whole new house. A lot of kitchens, bathrooms, basements, additions. We do a lot of handyman work. It's a good filler, so don't feel like it's too small. If you've got something that you need fixed, there are times where we've got a guy that doesn't have much to do that day. We'll send him to Rob's house and make his wife happy, so he gets a good meal.
How many people here have worked with Jeff? I know there's others in podcasts and several other people in the audience. Yeah, the same house. Right? Yeah.
The funny thing, they live together.
All right. Well, thanks, Jeff, for doing that pitch, and congratulations on your work. And then we have an award winner, Eric. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, your startup, and what you're up to?
So I'm Eric Heisey. I'm most recently accepted Adam's Entrepreneurship Fellow, which is a program through Automation Alley under the mentorship of Terry Cross. Basically, it provides entrepreneurial experience for recent college graduates looking to do something in entrepreneurship. Our company, so I was paired with Occup Sciences, which is a medical device company out of Ann Arbor. Basically, we're commercializing a metabolic imager for the eye, which allows you to detect retinal disease up to 10 years before the current means. We were recently awarded Innovator of the Year Award through Medical Main Street, which is basically the most innovative medical device in the state of Michigan that's manufactured in the state of Michigan. So it's really exciting for us. Right now we're looking to go through FDA approval process and hopefully get this product to patients and improve their care.
Thank you. Are you an undergrad? What school?
It was a Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience.
Very good. All right, well, nice to have you, Eric, and congratulations on the award. And again, we're talking about innovation today, and so we're trying to highlight some of the great innovative things happening in the community. And we also want to applaud some of the more established companies. So we're going to go back to about 80 years or so. How long has your company been in existence? 57 years. Yeah. And you've all probably driven by, and probably many of you purchased a car from Tom's family, Gene Butman Ford. So, hi, Tom.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. Thanks, Rob, for putting this on. Yes, so like Rob was saying, my grandfather established Gene Butman Ford in 1957 on Pearl Street in Ypsilanti, and we're currently located at Washtenaw Hewitt. We've been part of our community of Ypsilanti, like I said, for 57 years. I'm the 3rd generation Butman to be at the store. Currently what I do is customer relations management as well as fix op directing. So if anybody needs some service, I'm the guy to see. Some people here I have seen. I know that Jeff Holden over there, he comes over to our shop. Has a beautiful Fusion, yeah. But thank you so much for having me, and this is a great opportunity, and thanks, Rob, for doing this.
This is for the car addicts, and for a couple of cool cars that you guys have.
Well, if anybody wants to see a brand new Mustang, we have one sitting right on Fusion. It is yellow and it is bright. But yeah.
Classics.
Some of the classics we have around, we have a 62 F100, a 1969 Bronco, we also have a 1965 Galaxy. It's just something that our dealership really personifies the car culture, because we've been in it for so long, and not to mention too, here in Ann Arbor we have some of the best automobile magazines based out of here, as well as Ypsilanti has a huge heritage when it comes to automotive. So, you know, there's a lot of really good spots to see, and thank God they just recently saved the Willow Run plant for the Yankee Air Museum, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on in Ypsi. I hope you guys know, if you haven't heard yet, YMCA has been talking about a Water Street project. I was just in a meeting yesterday with the YMCA to do a fundraiser with them, and they just got approval for finding an architect for that new building that's going to be in Ypsilanti. So we're very excited for that.
Excellent, excellent, and thanks for coming out. Tom and his family give me the opportunity to work with them in their succession planning, which is really exciting. So, and then on the newer end of things, on the cutting edge, I'm going to bring up Dr. Bob Marion, and you can tell us about Arbor Research.
Great, thank you very much, Rob, and very happy to be here this morning. I think this is a great event and a great opportunity for all of us to meet with old friends and meet new friends. My name is Bob Marion, and I'm the President and CEO of Arbor Research Collaborative for Health. We're a relatively young organization, a not-for-profit research group based here in Ann Arbor. Started in 1997, originally with 5 people and with one project focused on kidney failure and how different medical practices influence the outcome for patients. My own background really is as a practicing transplant surgeon, which I've been doing for 32 years, and I'm actually tailing that to the end of that part of career 1 as I tail up career 2 as the president of Arbor Research. And what I learned as a transplant surgeon over more than 30 years is that it has a fantastic impact, but on a very small scale. You can profoundly affect one person's life at a time, and for that person, it is really a mind-blowing experience. What I learned over that time, though, is that there are other ways that you can influence the health of individuals in our society. And as I became more and more interested in research, I had the opportunity to start working with this organization that has turned out to really be on the upswing. We have grown now to 120 people. We're based right here in downtown in the top floor of the old Ann Arbor News Building. We have research scientists, physician scientists, biostatisticians, epidemiologists, project people. We have a small administrative group, and we're kind of a lean, mean organization. One of the things that I think is a hallmark of our organization is we're able to really stay focused on the mission of trying to do things that are really going to touch people's lives, and not just do another research project and bring in another grant and another grant dollar. So the way we do that is we try to focus on what are the things that are really going to change, move us off the dime. We talk about the Institute of Medicine report that says on average it takes 17 years between an evidence-based medical advance and when that advance is practiced widely, meaning at least half of the people in the population are offered that therapy. That's ridiculous. And we need to do things to push our research into real actionable steps. And that's been a real focus of Arbor Research. And as we expand our focus to organ transplantation and many other chronic diseases, including diabetes, obesity, and the issues related to aging population, we're looking for more and more opportunities to make a difference for broad strokes, for policy implementations through contracts with Medicare, and through cutting-edge translational kinds of research, discovering biomarkers and the other bioinformatics attributes that all of us probably have, but which we haven't yet learned how to harness. So it's a very exciting opportunity for me. It's great to be here, and I'm very proud of the organization that we're building. We're always actively hiring. We're looking for people, as I said, at all levels of the organization, so feel free to go to our website if you know of anyone who is looking for a very exciting professional position. Go to arborresearch.org and hopefully you can contact us.
Tell them Bob called it.
That's right. That's right. Tell them Bob said so. Thanks very much for the opportunity, Rob.
Thanks, Bob. And hopefully we're going to get some Bob and a few of the other research institutes in town to present at Leaders Connect in 2015. As I know there's a few others out there. How many of you are in the research and development field out there in one form or another? So let's just say some of the names. Say your name and your company.
Neil Flintmore, Zoran Technologies.
Zoran and
Zoran.
Zoran. And what's your innovation field?
Medical imaging.
Medical energy, okay. What other ones?
Medical imaging.
Medical imaging, I'm sorry. And Bobby, where's Bobby? I know she's here with Health Media. Just say what you guys do. Shoot, I'll pass the mic here.
I'm Bobby Kalunai, and I'm from what's now Wellness and Prevention, was formerly Health Media, and more in the business of behavior change.
Anybody else in the research and development area? Yeah, what will be passing over that way?
Hey, good morning. Eric Anderson. I'm with Terumo Cardiovascular, innovating in the cardiovascular space.
Where's Winston? Winston is here somewhere. Winston, can you say a little bit more about Terumo? Winston is an old friend and client of mine, and Terumo is a huge employer. I don't know how many people are you employing now?
We have about 1,000 people, so that's our contribution to the society here. Sorry, I can't stand here, so I...
Why don't you let him up here?
Thank you. Good morning, I'm glad to be here. I'm Winston Memura. I work for Terumo Cardiovascular Systems here, which is a former San's company. Terumo is a Japanese medical device company, and we acquired San's about 12 years ago. And I've been here from the head office of Tokyo as an expat to manage such a business. What we do is we make devices and equipment for the cardiac surgery, mostly coronary bypass surgeries.
So Winston, are you guys hiring at this point?
I think so. Eric has a lot of people working for him, so maybe if you want a job, maybe you want to talk to him.
Could you hand the mic to Jimmy and maybe you can talk to
Jimmy's a friend of mine as well.
Yeah, Jimmy's another global innovator here in the community, employing lots of people around Ann Arbor and the world. So maybe you can introduce yourself.
I'm Jimmy Shaw. I'm CEO of Logic Solutions. We are a 20-year-old company that's focusing on custom development for in the space of internet and mobile applications. And about 3 years ago, we also acquired a company called Quantum Compliance locally, which has a enterprise software product for environmental health and safety, which is, I think, is very important. And we also launched software as a SaaS model for mobile sales tools called Showcase. That's being sold both in Asia and the U.S. So that's
Jimmy is quite an entrepreneur. He's done a great job. And maybe Dante, we're going to switch to somebody who's looking for an opportunity. So Dante, maybe you can just say a little bit about yourself. Dante, as a way of introduction, maybe that I was going to call on him, but Dante's been my teaching assistant. We've been teaching a class at the business school on managing professional relationships for undergrads. And Dante's a recent MBA grad, and I've known Dante since high school days when he's a good buddy of my son Dan. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about what you're looking for, Dante.
Yeah, sure. So I just finished at Ross, looking for an opportunity in the startup space. My first startup just failed, so which I understand is like gives you credit, right? It's like the first project didn't work out, but I haven't lost that entrepreneurial spirit. So if anybody has any interesting opportunities, yeah, please let me know.
And where's Annie? She was also with. Do you want to say something, Annie? Because we have another talented person from Ann Arbor who's just come back from New York and is also looking for opportunities.
Yeah, I just moved back from New York. I spent 6 years there in product development, and I'm transitioning my career to marketing. I'm open to new industries, but I have experience in specialty and luxury products, and I'm just here kind of refocusing my career. Really excited to get started.
Great. Okay, well, thank you very much. So we're going to, I know there's probably other people that have things to say. You want me to move away from the light? Okay. So we're going to move on to a presenter today, which is why many of you are here. Oh, Elka just came in. Elka, come on over here. She was trying to avoid me because I've been trying to get her to make a pitch with her company, which is a great one. And we're talking about innovation. So you get up to 30 seconds, but you can take 10 if you want.
You have to to apologize.
come over this way from
My
the
dog got in the way of me being here on time this
Oh,
morning.
yeah, your dog ate the homework.
So my name is Ed Lipka. I'm the president of TSRL. We are a small pharmaceutical company that is focused on making good drugs better. And we do that by bringing people, infrastructure, and some seed capital to a program, and we're focusing on infectious diseases. Our lead candidate right now is a new treatment for shingles that we're advancing to the clinic. We have a number of internal resources and also heavily leverage a network of pharma consultants in support of those programs. We've devised a strategy that actually lowers the risk of the long and expensive drug development process and allows us to bring the candidate to the clinic quicker. Our ultimate goal is either an acquisition of the company or a licensing agreement with a pharmaceutical firm that can manufacture and market the drug candidate.
Very good. Because of that dog, you didn't even have a chance to get nervous, right? So actually, I'm sharing space with Elka now out at Avis Farms and helping her company. So we're working with startups in the pharmaceutical space, and happy to be part of that team.